Everyone talks about, well, what about Sharia law? And I'm like, first of all, it's not Sharia law. It's fiqh, okay, which is spelled F-I-Q-H, and that's Islamic jurisprudence. That's the overarching sort of thing that is the codex by which we start putting a lot of different pieces together. So underneath that, there's madhabs, which are schools of thought. So inside of Sunni Islam, you have different schools of thought, which are, there's five major ones. There's Hanafi, Shafi'i, Maliki, Hanbali, and Ismaili. And I'm Hanafi, okay, which is kind of, but I've also got Hanbali people in the family. And I'm not going to go into this diatribe because I really don't want to eat up your entire podcast by explaining Islam. But in the opposite side of this, what we have is we have Sharia. Now, Sharia means a couple different things. The concept for most Muslims is how I get married, okay? And that involves something called a Mahr, which is our equivalent of a dowry. But in Islam, the man brings the money. The dowry comes with the man. So if I were to go and ask someone to get married, I have to bring the money to basically set up the marital household. The second thing is the slaughter of my meat, okay? Halal slaughter of meat. That falls under Sharia law. And the third is how I finance my house and inheritance laws. Outside of those four things, Sharia has absolutely no bearing in the West and shouldn't have any bearing in the West. However, there's the other side of this, which is the Islamic law. Sharia laws are codified inside of different cultures and different countries, where that is part and parcel of how their democratic republic or their monarchy is set up. And that's what people are afraid of coming over here. And I'm like, well, who's bringing it? And they're like, well, there's some guy in Texas talking about it. I'm like, is that guy in a PTA board? No, but he's saying it. I'm like, does that guy have a pack or a block of voters behind him? They're like, no, but he's saying it. You can go to his office. And I'm like, the guy's an idiot.